Hey everyone, and welcome to Miles More Motivation. I hope you are well today. In this video, I want to specifically talk about kindness. And at the time of doing this video live, we have a pandemic that's going on in the world that's really calling us to display more human kindness. You know, just the other day, I was in the supermarket, would usually buy 4 trays of eggs. There was 4 left, so I only took 1. The other day, Sati was in the supermarket, she had a large toilet roll, and a guy genuinely, sincerely from the bottom of his heart, I could tell the frustration on his face when he realised there was none left and he only had 2 rolls left, and the panic and the anxiety in his face. Sati just went, take that, because we already had some toilet rolls at home and we were just getting some more. But one of the things that I've noticed in this situation that we're going through right now is there's a group of people that are making sure that they have got everything that they physically need and are going above and beyond to do that. And then there's a group of people that are getting enough to get by, but are doing it from a place of wanting to make sure that everybody else has got enough too. And for me, this challenge that we're going through right now, this coronavirus pandemic, is a real challenge to see how far our kindness extends, right? You know, I always say that for me, kindness starts in the home, but it doesn't stop there. You see, I know a lot of people that are really kind to their family, but then they're not so kind in the workplace. I know a lot of people that are really kind or really sort of put on a great performance and show in their work. I know some well-known motivational speakers that really play full out and put on their A game out in the real world, and then when they come home they drop their standards. You know, and hey, I've been guilty of that. I've done it where I've been out there in the world and I've given my A game, I've given my all, I've given my level 10 peak state, as coaches have to do. I've delivered a video, a Facebook Live video like this, then I've turned the camera off, and I haven't delivered the same level of presence and energy when Sati walks through the door. For me, kindness is about not just being kind to the people that you love, but it's about being kind to other people. It's about being in a supermarket when you know that there's only a handful of loo rolls on the shelf and you only take 1. It's being in a supermarket and knowing that you technically do need 4 trays of eggs, but because there's only 4 left, you only take 1. For me, this really is an opportunity for us as human beings to show that we truly care about each other as humans, and that we're not just self-isolating in the physical sense, but also we're not willing to do it in the mental sense. You know, for me, self-isolating, we're doing it too, but what I'm not willing to do is I'm not willing to mentally self-isolate. So when I'm in a supermarket, I'm still gonna talk to people and be nice to people and project a positive aura and energy, because that's what I want to do. For me, I don't believe in kind of dialing up your energy for one group of people, then dialing it down for another. You know, I spoke to a friend yesterday who said he was in a social situation with someone who he had a really positive perception about, but then was disappointed when the interaction came. And when we talked about, you know, he said, well, why do you think he was that way? And I said, probably because in that particular social situation, he didn't feel it was important for him to project his peak state. And no judgment, because I don't know what was going on for that individual that day. He could be having a really bad day, could have just got a text message came in that something really bad has happened, or just generally just doesn't feel good. But for me, projecting kindness should be to everybody. It should be to the person that serves you in the supermarket. It should be even projecting kindness to the person who cuts you up in traffic tomorrow. Because you see, we're living in a time right now where negative energy is getting in. Negative energy is getting in even more. People are fearful. People are rushing to make sure that they've got enough. But that type of scarcity mentality of making sure that you've got enough, protect you, look after you first, for me, that goes against everything that I believe to be true about why God created us. I believe that God didn't create us to be kind of in these little pockets and communities where you don't speak to your neighbour. I believe that God didn't create us to support a football team and then meet somebody else who supports another one and all of a sudden you shout vitriol at that person. I believe that God created us to treat each other equally and to be kind to everyone. Not because we have to, but because I believe that that's the way it should be. Not because we shouldn't be nice because, oh yeah, Miles said we should be nicer, we should be more kind, but I'm too stressed to think about that. Here's what I've found through this challenging coronavirus thing. I've found that the more kindness that I put out, the more I project kindness. My neighbours needed kitchen roll the other day. We didn't have any kitchen roll. But they said they needed kitchen roll. I went in the store, there was only 3 left. And I went, shit, I don't want to take 2. Because even though I know that they're one's for me and one's for my neighbour, shit, I don't want to take 2. They just had a newborn baby. The newborn baby's like 3 days old. We've got Sage who's 6 months old. And I had an inner conflict. What do I do? And I decided I was going to buy them the kitchen roll. Some of you go, oh, but you need a kitchen roll too. You've got to look after yourself first. But you know what? The feeling that I got from buying them kitchen roll and putting their needs ahead of my own made me feel so good. Whether you like that or not, whether you agree with that or not, hey, like one of the things I want to make explicitly clear about these videos is there is no right or wrong with this. You're not right, I'm not right. This is just beliefs. And for me, the feeling of being kind, of knowing that I was kind, of knowing that at a time when like toilet rolls are rare, like diamonds, food is rare, for me that makes sure that our neighbours got enough. You know, yesterday I realised, I was like, shit, I remember our neighbour said that they didn't have any long life milk. I looked in our cupboard and we'd got 5. I think we got 3 normal and 3 almond. Grabbed one out, knocked on the door, gave him a milk. I said, I know it's not a bottle of wine, but it's going to have to do. And I'm sure you probably appreciate this more than a bottle of wine right now. And the feeling that I got, you know, you may say, but Miles, you know, you may need that milk. Yeah, you're right, I may. But here's what I've learned about kindness. Comes back around. Comes back around. That same friend that I gave milk to just yesterday morning dropped nappies on our doorstep because we were running low on nappies and we couldn't find the size that Sage needed. So he dropped nappies on our doorstep. You see, the point of being kind is not so that you get something back, but from my experience, just my experience, the kinder you are, the more you get back. Now, here's a key thing about kindness. You go, but Miles, I'm always kind and people walk all over me. Well, there's a certain difference for me between being kind and kind of just being willing to do things for people in a way that is frankly the wrong type of people. You know, for me, I am clear about the kind of people that I'm doing nice things for. Like if I do something nice for someone and I feel like there's zero appreciation from it whatsoever, then yes, of course, that's probably going to influence me kind of be motivated or not be motivated to do it again. But that doesn't mean I'm going to project negativity onto that person. I may not go out of my way to do something for them, but I'm not going to project unkindness to them. So kindness doesn't have to be buying someone kitchen roll or handing a neighbour milk. But in this time where things like that are rare, it will get noticed. It will get appreciated. And if a time comes weeks, months from now, and you're in trouble and you've not got everything you need because you've genuinely ran out, the people that will be there for you, the amount of people that will come to your aid will ultimately be determined by how kind you were when you were in a position to help. So, the moral message I want to leave with this video is although times are hard, although we're facing uncertain times, although there are really challenges and we're really being stretched emotionally and spiritually right now, make sure that you choose kindness because it will come back around. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've enjoyed this and you would like me to potentially coach you and go deeper every single month, then check out the site milesmoremotivation.com. That's milesmoremotivation.com. You can find out more about that and how you can enroll and become one of my new coaching clients. For now, have a great day and I'll see you next time. Take care.